Now we're going to go to our GMA cover story, which is an exclusive with the woman who became a household name on The Simple Life. Now, almost 2 decades later, Paris Hilton is on a mission to help other troubled teens and take on the school where she alleges she was abused. She's joining us live in just a moment. But first, here's her story in the new documentary, This is Paris.
Sorry, I'm so used to playing a character that it's hard for me to be normal.
Paris Hilton like we've never seen her before, pulling back the curtain on her glamorous life in her tell-all documentary, This is Paris.
Something happened in my childhood that I've never talked about with anyone.
Here we are at Paris' school.
Hilton claiming that one night in the 90s, she was whisked away to Utah ProvoCanyon School, a boarding school for troubled teens.
You're sitting on a chair, staring at a wall all day long, getting yelled at or hit.
The socialite, who spent 11 months at the school, alleging she was physically and emotionally abused. The school telling ABC News in a statement that it was sold in August 2000 and it cannot comment on the operations or patient experience prior to this time. The successful businesswoman, who for years stayed silent about the allegations, is now ready to make a change.
If I don't do this, it's going to continue to happen, and I'm going to continue to always be traumatized and think about it for the rest of my life.
We're joined now by Paris Hilton, who is live from Los Angeles. Paris, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Michael.
And we know you have a busy day ahead because you're organizing a protest today outside the ProvoCanyon school. So tell us more about your experience there and what you're doing with breaking code silence as a result.
Today we are going to be going to Utah with hundreds of other survivors. When I was there, I was physically, psychologically, emotionally abused on a daily basis there. So I'm using my platform to make a difference so this doesn't happen to any other children.
And this started with a petition that you started to close the school, and it's got more than 120,000 signatures. And Kat Von D, who also attended ProvoCanyon, came forward in support of you, and she says she has similar experiences. Also, Paris Jackson, who went to another school, also came forward in support. So what has the feedback been? What has the feedback been that you've gotten on this film?
The outpour of love and support has just been incredible. I feel so proud to have finally told my truth and my story, and the fact that it's made such an impact and has now started this movement that's going to make a real change. I feel like I've done big things in life, but this is the most important, and this is going to be my legacy, and I'm not going to stop for however long it takes until the abuse in this industry stops.
This is Mental Health Awareness Week, and tomorrow is World Mental Health Day. In your documentary, This is Paris, you talk about suffering from insomnia and also nightmares. So do you feel you struggle with mental health because of what you say happened to you?
When I was there, it caused me to have major post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression. That's something I had for a very long time because I kept this bottled up for so long. But after doing This is Paris, my film, and really working on it and talking about it, I finally don't have the nightmares anymore, and it's an incredible feeling.
So talking about it to help you get through it in a lot of ways. And the documentary, it is so personal. You talk about being in several toxic relationships, having trust issues with men, but now you're in a relationship with businessman Carter Ream. Are you able to trust now, or is that still a struggle?
I'm finally able to trust. This is the first time I've really opened my heart, and he is so incredible. I finally feel safe. He's brilliant. He just makes me feel like the luckiest girl in the world every single day and supports me so much. And I didn't realize that you could ever feel this happy. It's really just a magical feeling.
Well, judging from what you just said and the smile on your face, are there any big plans for the future?
Definitely. I am so excited for the next phase of my life. I can't wait for that day.
You know, you've been in the spotlight for a long time, and also you travel 250 days a year DJing in clubs all around the world. So what has life been like for you during the pandemic?
This is the first time since I was a teenager that I've actually stayed in one place. So I've really just been focusing on my work and what's important to me, and doing art and raising money for charity, and also just recorded a new song called I Blame You, which 100% of the proceeds are going towards the Breaking Code Silence movement. So yeah, just been creative.
And you know, you were one of the first people to essentially turn yourself into a reality TV character and also social media brand. In the documentary, you say you, quote, do feel responsible for helping to create a media culture that puts so much pressure on girls in their appearance. So I'm curious, is there anything you would do differently?
I think just for young girls, it's important to know that there's much more to life than the validation of strangers. And that this whole world is just, it's fun. You shouldn't base your happiness on other people's opinions. I think that's important, because otherwise it would just be very unhealthy.
Paris, I love that message to the young girls out there, and I want to thank you for sharing your story with us this morning.
Thank you.
And you can see the documentary, This is Paris, on Paris Hilton's YouTube channel.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.